Hi, everyone. Okay, we're all hunkered down and isolated, and I thought I've been asked to teach a painting class. These are the classes that I teach, and I charge $30 a piece to teach them. But I'm going to give this for free because I just think we all need a little something right now. So, I obviously have a catch in my throat. That's normal. This is not going to be edited. I just don't want to take the time and put all that time into editing it because anybody that does this knows it's time consuming. What we're going to do is Starry Night. And I use a tile. I believe they're 14-inch tiles. It's just a tile from Home Depot or any of your flooring stores, or I look for the cheapest I can find. That's white. Now this one has some dark marks through it. That's fine. I am actually going to turn it so that that dark spot, oh, it's got fuzz on it too. That dark spot goes along with the mountains here. The color paints you need are raw sienna, black, white, hooker green, cad yellow medium, cobalt blue. So it's not a lot of colors. It's you can use phthalo blue too. 7 colors. Now Van Gogh painted on burlap, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to put the base down and then I'll tell you a little more about them so that you can learn about them too. I mean, it's interesting to find out what the artist is all about. So what I'm going to do first is I'll swing you this way so that you can. I'm setting up, I have a meat tray I use as my palette. I don't want to put a lot of colors in there right now because I don't want them to dry out, and I'm a little worried that this has a, oh, maybe not. Some of these don't close as good. I had all these colors out, and I don't know if I just put them away, which is strange. I have a rag. I keep the rag on my lap even though I wear an apron because I wipe my hands on my pants or my shirt. I have not grown up from that. I'm going to use raw sienna to do the background. I'm not sure if you can see this. I don't know what we're looking at. I'm going to put you back on the canvas. And I'm going to bring it in. So this is your background painting or your underpainting. For some reason, my chair isn't moving closer. I don't stand while I paint because I'm old. I sit. You can emulate whoever you want. I don't stand. I do get up and look back. Stand up and look at it from the back. Okay, I'm using a flat brush for the background. These are not marked. 11, I believe. And for the rest of it, most of it, I'll be doing a number 8, an 8 Royal, which is a filbert tip. What do they call it? A filbert, I believe. Semi-round. You don't need good brushes. You're not going to make a career out of this. And then put a very light coat. This is your underpainting. And you can put it any which way you want. Put a light coat of this so that it dries fast. I'm also painting hair in there for texture. Just kidding. Now, the key to painting with acrylics is wait, unless you're blending, you wait for it to dry. Otherwise, you pick it up again. I'll show you. It starts, put this back further so that I can get that bottom edge. Be sure you get all sides. How you can hang this is you use a plate hanger, and you can get them, or you can put it in a tabletop. They have at craft stores, they actually sell tabletops that hold these tiles. You can coat it with polyurethane after it's been dry, 24 hours at minimum. And then you can coat it with polyurethane or water protective. Mod Podge even has a water outdoor sealer. I've not used it, but not on the tiles. I use polyurethane. And if you're just going to keep it in the house, you can spray it. So, okay, I've got that. My base coat is covered. I want to make sure that dries, or else, if I want to put more on it, starts picking up the undercover. Don't want that. So let's see, I'll give you some more clues about. He's known for his broken brush strokes, which means it's these like dot to dot, just round. You'll see what we're going to be doing. And it's post Impressionist, which means it was after the Impressionist was like Monet. I'm not sure if it was Renoir or not. He was penniless and depended on his art dealer brother. And in 1989, he painted one per day in the sanitarium. He drank and smoked in 1888, and he was tortured with mental illness. And they're saying that he saw these dots. He saw the dots. In his mind, that's why he drew like why he painted like he did, because he saw that. I can't think of his name. Monet had cataracts, so they say that's why he painted like he did, like they're blurred, because he had cataracts. He used his brush strokes directionally. Now, he cut off his earlobe and gave it to a prostitute in town and told her to keep it forever. Vincent's, keep it forever. Okay. Anyways, he shot himself in a field. And Starry Night was a view from a sanitarium room. He loved complementary colors, contrast, and harmony. So this is from him. This morning out my window I saw the countryside long before sunrise, with nothing but the morning star, which looked very big. I don't know. And that's all I have on that. But I did research on him, and he painted on burlap. So he'd get burlap, stretch it, and then he would gesso it, much like a canvas we get today, but it's normally pre-gessoed. Okay, now with my smaller brush, I'm going to use the same color, which is the raw sienna, and I'm going to block in what I have here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars across the top. So I'm going to do 1, that's a big one, 2, 3, and none of this is set in stone. You can change it. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. There's 6. Hello. 4. Maybe if I put it down. No, you can't see it. 4, 5. And I'm going to do another one like there, because the big one is right here. I should have probably done the big one first. Every time I do it, it's different. So then put the big one in. And this is going to have the moon in it. So we'll catch up with that later. and then another one here. And now the other important thing is to get the horizon. So I am going to put the horizon about here. There, like that. And that I can't talk. So then we have the swirls, the big swirl, and then the other, like the waves. You know, maybe it would be better right now to just block in the tower. It's actually a dead tree. So it goes pretty high up, and you can measure this out. Like this is your halfway mark, quarters, and you can fold your paper. That's halfway, quarter. You know, nobody's going to judge you on this because Van Gogh is dead. So don't worry about it. And try and get this is what makes your painting. You can have all kinds of stuff over there, but your painting is based on how this looks. Okay? Because when people see this, they recognize it right away. And we have a curl here. So this is all going to be black. All right. Now let's put in that swirl, which starts up under here. This is like mapping it out. And it's going to come under here. So I'm going to go like this, come under here. It makes a big swoop. And then it comes back here. And we'll go up this way. It's got a few different... Get those out of there. You can erase it by just rubbing it. It erases. See, it's so fun. And then at the top here, we have another star. And then a big star underneath it. But we also have another swirl that comes in here. Comes in, goes around. If you can just print off the Van Gogh painting, Starry Night. There's tons of them on there. And this is just roughed in. We'll refine it when we get there. So, okay, that's good enough. So I want to work on the background behind the stars. So that's going to mean we need the blue and black and white. To keep your paints wet, you can spray them with water. I have a spray bottle I have a spray bottle somewhere. I don't know. You know what I cleaned here? Don't ever clean. It's horrible. Can't find anything. I used to just be able to grab stuff, and now I can't. So for this, the brush, I actually, when you paint, go with the medium tone. If you have navy or light blue, you would go with medium blue first, because you can always lighten that and you can go darker. So I'm going to use the cobalt blue right now, and I'm looking. I'm going to put a little black on my, wait, I'll show you my palette. Because if you mix a little black with this, which it's not open, of course, I buy Dick Blick's acrylic because I teach classes and it keeps it relatively inexpensive for me. I want to get paint all over. It's good to let this dry a little bit anyways. Oh, I got all the jelly off the top and not any of the paint. You know, there's a reason why you gotta. Well, it looks like my paint's separated. What the heck? I've got more. And I need a little white. It's hard to shake a bottle when you don't have any space to shake it. Shake it. Okay. Start out with just a little bit. You know, paint is like toothpaste. You can't put it back in the bottle once it's out. So keep that in mind because it's expensive and you don't want to waste it. So, okay, we're going to work on the sky here. The other thing is, if you wreck it, who cares? It's just paint. It's, you know, I've got a theory. If you don't die from it, don't worry about it. Now, if you're going to die, that's different. And I don't mean die like in fiber. So we have black streaks in here. I'll put those in after, but I want to get these dark streaks. So my palette looks like this. And the blue's there. So I'll mix a little bit of the blue and black to get a base. Wet your brush. Always dry your brush off unless you're dry brushing. But squeeze out the last color and the water. Because water on this will drip right down. I'm going to mix up. When you mix a color, put just a little bit of black to the blue. Otherwise, you're going to have black. So add your dark color to the light color. And I'm just going to directionally kind of pull this on here in the direction that I want it to go. This is another under painting, under painting. Keep referring to your picture or your cartoon. I don't know how red got in there. And that's going to be yellow, so I don't want to do too much there. Let's see here. Then this here is blue and white, so I'm just going to grab some white. And undercover that. Don't worry about this, we're going to use black, so that'll cover that. And there's a little streak of blue in here. Same thing with here, it's like a blue and white. Go in the direction that you're going to be going later. This all looks pretty dumb right now, and they always do. When people see you painting, like plein air painting, they look at it and they go, ooh, that doesn't look so good. But they're seeing the rough painting that's not, this is all underpainting. Okay, I want to go back now. Now I'm going to use my smaller brush. I actually thought I might use a 10 on this. To cover more ground fast, I am going to use a round 7. Oop. That can't be a 7. It's bigger than this one. It's a 7. And then I'm just going to use the blue, cobalt blue. See, and that's wet, so I got to try and find a spot that's drier, and it's not. Maybe right here. And you're going to do these short little, what you're doing is you're loading your paint on here, pressing down and pulling. Like dots, like dashes, just little dashes. And that's the character of this painting. That's what makes it what it is. Okay, maybe I will go down here and put the ground in, right over here, put some of that base in. And that is, let's see, down here is the village. There's a house. It's a church, sorry. The church here, and a bunch of little things in here. And then there's a tall building right there. That's what makes it look like a church, is that's a steeple type thing. Then there's a tree here. I keep blocking the tree. Okay, then from there we have black. I gotta make sure. Oh, you can't see. You can't see what I'm doing. It's a good teacher. From here, I'm going to put one of these like that. And the other one comes over the roof like this. This is all just underpainting. Then on top of that is, well, below here, below this one is blue, and it goes this way. So make it go like that. Do your dashes. And to leave a little yellow in there is fine. That's because in the real painting, it is like that. And then in here, same thing. And then above this is blue also. Let's check out the direction. It's going same way. But let's block this, let's outline this so we don't get carried away here. Because there is yellow above this. The black I'm going to go over, so. Okay. Then I'm going to check it out. Let's see what's going on up here. Is that dry? You can tell if it's dry because it loses its gloss. So it has. So up here I'm going to start, can you see? I'm going to start up here with some directionals. This can come like this. This you go. Or start going around that big sun, the moon. And underneath here too. That's going to be white. I don't know where I got. Do I have two of these paintings? Oh. But if you look close, you can see that it's already taking on the his technique. Let's see, we got black down here, and then there's a coat of yellow, and then this has a dark blue coming from here. If your paint is getting dry, you can spray your palette. Okay, I'm going to just take a fresh brush because I want to do this in yellow. I'm just going to use a square brush. Oh, I gotta get my yellow out. And this is, I got my brush in my mouth. And this is the cad yellow. Add a little white to it to give it some opacity or whatever it's called. This is all yellow. This is like wheat fields. There's a lot of wheat where he was. We're going to do that blue again, so it'll cover up. And this gets a little higher here. Once again, don't forget short strokes. And don't pick up your color from below. There's also some strokes in here. Then there's some burnt sienna, raw sienna over here, going that way. You can do this on canvas too. It's just these are cheap. And if you don't like it, you can rub it off. Now I am going to take the raw sienna and do this a little better. So make my stars, just make your circles. And you don't want them perfect. Nothing perfect. Happy little stars. Oop, I forgot that big one down here. Where is it? Where'd it go? It is on either side of this. There we go. Then we're going to take the raw sienna and go over here. You can undercoat it and then come back and make your dashes. And right here too. Up here we're going to have some, I'm a little bit of a schlep. A lot of bit of a schlep. Okay, that isn't dry, and if I go on there right now, I'll pick up what I did. Watch. Oh, just because I said that, it didn't. But it will. Because now I want to start doing dots and dashes. Like, I'm going to use pure white here to tone that down where and there is pure white in here anyways. I'm going to change brushes because this brush does not give you the dots and dashes that you want. But here, I'm going to put this white here and up here. There's white in here too, but I got yellow now. All right. I'm going to go back to the blue up here. And I'm going to use the pure blue. And watch your brush where your brushes go. And don't make them uniform. Now you have to be careful of the stars. Dash, 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 dash. So you push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. And along here it's push and pull, push and pull. There's going to be a black streak here and here, but we can add that later. But just keep an eye on your directional, because now we're going to start swerving. Push and pull. Same thing up between these groups. And like I said, if it's, because mine certainly is not like the painting, but Van Gogh is not here to judge me. And they're all going to look, well, when I teach, everybody's is going to look a little different. And that's okay. The key to making this look like it's got movement is the dot and the dash. I mean the dashes, like these little dash, push, pull, push, pull. It gives it the flow, like water. Okay, and we have some down here too. And that's going to be a black dot. Now let's get this swirl in here. Kind of get it in here. And this one over the top. And now this has black. This is shading, so I'm not picking up anything because it's drying already. Black and then smaller. Bring it down around the curve a little bit to give it motion. And then in here we have some a little white. And the white is going to make this pop, and it's going to really come to life. I forgot where I was now. I just slid in that paint that's not any good. I'm going to go around here and make this, round this out. And there again, that's black. That'll be a black streak. You're looking at this right now and going, ew, glad I didn't pay for this. And this here is white and blue. Remember, dot, dot, dot. And stay to the inside of the loop because that's shadow over there. And same thing up here, we're going to put the white in. Put a little blue in here. Bring that swirl. Then over here, this is kind of all yellowy. I'm waiting for this to dry so I can do more up there. Let's work over here. Add some yellow. Yellow up here. And I'm going to do some cleaning off my brush. And over here, I'm going to do, there's a black streak there, but there's white through here. This will all come together. Promise. And these are thinner streaks. kind of letting it bounce on the, and then yellow here. And yellow down here. What's good about this is you can stop it and look at it. Oops. You can stop it and look at it and catch up if you want to. I'm going to put white in here, which it's actually not white. Where else can I use white? Put the face of the building on here. That's white. There's some little white down here. A little white over here, 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 here. There is white. I'm going to go over that, so I don't want to put the white in. The white is last. It'll be the kind of the highlights. Remember to go to the edge because this doesn't get framed, so you don't have a margin. You put this in, like I said, a plate holder. Oh, by the way, these are acrylic paints. I guess I never said that. Okay, that blue gets black now. And this you do kind of sparingly. I'm going to put the black in here too, so there's some distinction. There's a line there, and then there's a line up here almost to the tree. Okay, I'm just checking out. This here is black. Just marking this out. And then there is black up here. There is black around here. Once again, the shading. There's black. I'm just darkening what I had previously. There's black in here. There is a black branch here, but I'm going to wait till I get that star done. And here, let's see where else we got black going. Over this way. See the flow. And then, well, like I said, I got to redo that. Then I'm going to put this black in here because that's and if you have trouble, if you're afraid you're going to lose it, you can go in here and make your swirl. And then put black around the outside of that for shading. This I'm going to bring to the tree. And it has little black dots in here. There's a lot to look at. A little black dot there. Okie doke. Now I want to get those stars in. Star bright, starlight. So I'm going to wash my brush. Let's see if yeah, it's dry. Okay, let's see what we want to do here. I'm going to go with white and kind of start swirling this white around here. And there's a light blue, which of course is blue and white. I have some on here somewhere. A little bit of that. Same thing, well, around there, but I have to fix that yet because those have pretty raggy edges. So maybe I will fix that right now. And I want to put the moon in, so don't forget it. The moon is raw sienna. But you know what? I'm going to put white down for a base because then it'll show up better. So what I'm going to do is do it in white and let that dry. And then come back with same thing here. I'm going to start doing this in white. Boy, that heavy breathing is not me, it's the dog. He must be pretty tired. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Same thing over here. Make your stars. And those are circles, and then I'll go with another color in here. This is the black thing here, and then this is okay. Now I'm going to put yellow. I'm going to mix the yellow with a little white so it has a little more. The yellow is pretty translucent and I want it darker. So I'm just lightening that up. Go over here and lighten this up to darken it up. Boy, I'm doing a pretty sloppy job. Okay, then I'm going to use the raw sienna and go in here. Still little dots here. I have to wait for that to dry before I can do anything more with that. Oh, great. Now we have a truck going by. I apologize for that. My dog is the guardian of the whole area. Okay, I'm going to go back over here and redo this grasses. Let that all dry up there. Come down here and get these fields. Then I'm going to go over here and redo that. We're getting layers now. We're getting more depth to it. But you're not going to see anything till we put that black in. You're going to go, ah, there it is. It's silly. It's just it's the way it is. Wiping off my brush. And I'm going to go back with the blue. And that is like a blue and white. Except I got blue and black. Oh, here's the blue. So it's a little different color blue so that it has some contrast. And I'm going up into the white, yellow, sorry. Here too. And down here. You gotta remember these artists didn't have a lot of colors, so they blended or they used the few that they did. Oh, jeez. Go get him, Bucky. Iggy, really? Although I am getting a delivery. I don't ever have to worry about missing a delivery. I got the mouth from the south that I'm just gonna put optical houses in here. There's the village. Some of his paintings have the village and some don't actually. Okay, now what do I want to do? I want to work on that. Oh, that might be dry enough. So now I'm going to take the raw sienna and I'm going to go over my moon. There we go. still not coming through very dark. So I think I'm going to add a little white to it. I think if I add green to it, it'll turn, oh, really? If I add black to it, it'll turn green. Okay, now it says white with blue, that's soft blue again. And that goes around here. And be careful with this, because this gets pretty drastic pretty fast. I'm trying to go fast so that you don't have to watch this for 4 days. And that YouTube uploads it within a decent time too. Okay, only one of these stars has blue around it, so there's a hair, of course. We have to have a hair in it. And then of course this one. And from there, then go to the blue, just blue, the cobalt blue. And this has a light blue by it too, around it. There's some white up here. I'm going to start adding the white to give it some texture. There's a little white up here. Just small scattered streaks. I got to get more white. You know, when I do this, when I paint, and I got more white. I put my paintbrush in my mouth and then turn my head. Every shoulder has paint on it. Not every one, but a lot of them. And down here has white. Right here has a streak of white. I'm going to put black in there again because I kind of muddled that up. So I'm going to darken this black. It's kind of like a river, and I'm not sure if it's a river or shades of the mountain. Not really sure. And these are like landmark pieces that I'm putting in. When you put in the black, it's actually, these are like recognizable points. These are spots that you recognize. Um, there's a tree here, very elementary tree. Take it down to the bottom. There's another tree or something right in here too. And if there isn't, there is now. There is trees in here. All over in here in these houses. Now these houses in this is how I paint. I gotta go back up here. I wanted to put some more black streaks in here. That's why I like painting, because I can move around. Little ADD, we all know that. This has like more of a dark halo around it. And then carry that down to here. And up here. And in here. Under here. Put some up here. Back over here. Okay, I got that pretty dark. I'm going to redo that because I'm done with this blue, I believe. Oh, this gets yellow in here. Well, I can do that. I'm not touching the blue. This black comes down here. Widen this band here to there. Now black is black. You can't make dots and dashes in black. Okay, let's see where else we got. I got some black streaks going up. This is kind of dry brush here. Also here. And then in this field, I think this is showing the rows of the hose, the mounds of whatever it's called. I'm not a farmer. Little humps of dirt. And then there is it could be a fence, or it could be just a raised mound here. Don't pay too much attention to this down here, because you take black and you go like this anyways. And then bring some other color up. It's pretty dark. You can't really make out what the things are. But what you want to do is give it an idea. This is that steeple thing. That I put a tree right in front of. It's fine. And in here too, we got a dry brush that. Okay, I'm liking that. Rinse out my brush. Get the water out. Now I'm going to put the green. I use Hooker green that apparently has disappeared. Okay, Hooker green. Oh, seriously? You don't need much. Oh, you don't need much, and I put like quarter size. Make sure you dry your brush out pretty good. Then you can go in here and dab green. Same over here. You're just faking this out, basically, so that it looks like trees or... Then this gets gold in here. And then more green. It's always nice. Listen to me suck snot. You know, when I put my head down, my nose runs. And we haven't had a very cold winter, and we're going to be dying of allergies if we don't die of the coronavirus, but okay, you can just put this wherever you want. In this up here, I want to put more. And the house is, well, the house is blue. So I'm going to take my white with my blue. It's a light blue. So take white and blue and put that there. Put this here. And the front of the house is white. Then you're going to go in here and just plop some white spots. Okay, I got to get more white. You know what? And the other thing is you have to know when to say I'm done. I'm not done, but when you keep dabbing, when you keep dabbing at something, you have to say, okay, that's enough. Otherwise, you overwork it. Okay, now right along the edge here is white. and up here. And then once again, we got white up here. And white around here. White in here. Try and find your white spots. Right up here and in here. Oh, you know what? I found a spot that I missed. Maybe not. I'll just make the tree fatter. Okay. I see a spot that's pretty rough right here. It's got a lot of rough edge. It's not a problem. Just find some blue. And smooth that out. I think I did that when I was. There. And I'm going to do it right here too. Okay, the only thing I'm not happy with right now is that moon, but I'll go back. Right now I'm going to put in the landmark of the tree, the big dead tree. So I'm going to start, let me start down here, but I should use a bigger brush. I'll start up at the top here. That would make sense, huh? Just follow your swirls. So this is the first big one, very top. And then it goes over to here. I'm picking up. This might take 2 coats, and that's fine. And then bring this down to here. I'm going to try and get the big stump in first, and then I can put the branches on. I have to make that one, which is also very significant. It has kind of a gooseneck. It's not done. Get a bigger brush for down there. So let's get these little ones up on top here. Go through here. And then there's a bigger one here. And then we fill this in. Let me get my bigger brush. Should I had it out of the water? It's coming along. We do black. Because like I said, this is probably going to need 2 coats. You don't want to see all your brush strokes, not in the black, The other one's fine, not the black. This is like bringing in the heavy machinery. Boy, it looks like it's going to rain outside. I didn't think it was supposed to. Make sure that's a nice smooth line. Okay, I think I got all the landmarks in. Except for this should be schmoosed up. Now, if I'm just doing this to get it done, but if you stop and step back, oh, I've probably been shaking that camera all along. If you stop and step back and look at what you've been doing, that really helps. I am going to work on that. Darn, the moon. I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, I don't want it to be a huge difference, but would like to see some difference. I could add a little brown, but then I'm tempting fate there. Let me look at the picture again. Yeah, it's... Huh. I said, what to do? Well, this is the picture, and that's the painting. Don't forget to sign your work. Oh, I got to put the door in the house. Right there, I forgot the door. Sign your paintings, whether you like them or not. It was interesting. I used to do watercolor mushrooms. Okay, that was in the 60s. Watercolor mushrooms, and I sold them at Church Bazaar or something. And years later, I found it at the rummage sale. And I went, this is mine. And someone's again, it is not. It's not yours. When it is. And my signature was on it because somebody, when I was doing artwork, told me always sign your work, whether you like it or not. Somebody does. I'm going over that house. Open a window here. Or something like a window. There. There's like, looks like cactus over there, but I'm pretty sure it's not. What did I want? I wanted to fix that. Oh, I don't think I have any. Oh, maybe I do have brown. I do have brown right here. It's probably not open. Oh, it is. I'm just going to shoot a drop of brown. Well, a drop turned into a turd. To try and darken that. The paint is starting to dry on my palette. See if this helps. Nope. I gotta put more. I'm going to mess with this till it looks like crap. Now, if you don't like this, you don't like what you did, you can wash it off. It's the glory. Oh, there, that's better. That's the glory of these tiles. It's going to take some scrubbing, but you can. But they're $1, really. So it's not a big deal. Okay, I think that's it. I'll sign it, putz with it a little bit, and thank you for watching. Stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.